Yo, what's up? I think this time I finally fixed my fucking mic issues. Recording software. If I didn't, I'm gonna cry in my chair. Anyway, this is gonna be what I got wrong. But first, I will say that on Tuesday, I've changed the day. On Tuesday, patch day, we're gonna be streaming Smite around 2 EST. And I'm gonna be giving away an Ultimate God Pack, a free Ultimate God Pack. It's just a code. I literally got handed it at the World Championships on a card. If you want to enter, you got to follow me on Twitch and you got to be there in the stream when I'm giving it away. That's it. Hopefully I'll see you then. Anyway, first things first, Surtur. I didn't make too many guesses about him because I'm never too sure with new gods. He is a high pressure solo laner. He does a lot of damage. And overall he's very like aggressive threat for hunters and for mages. I like him. Overall, I think he's a very solid pick. I do think he needs to be nerfed a little bit. I do think he's a little overtuned, but overall, he's just a solid character. Now we're going to scroll all the way down to one of the first things I got wrong. Where the fuck is it? I passed them, didn't I? Okay. First things first, Carapace Shard is very, very good. Wing Shard is very, very good. Claw Shard is also very, very good. It is all character dependent. Horn Shard, a little better than I thought it was. I don't think it's amazing, but it's 1.5 seconds of cooldown. It's not terrible. I think it's character dependent. If you've got short cooldowns, you might want it. But it's not as bad as I thought it was. Just scroll down. Go to Binding. Better than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be kind of mid-tier. But honestly, it has a lot of uses. Solo laners and supports can buy it and make very good use of it. I wouldn't overlook this item. Something I did forget to mention that I thought was known, but you know what? I should have just said it. Any item that has no power on it, like does not differentiate between power, can be bought by anybody. Meaning, warriors can buy this, warriors can buy this. Guardians can buy this, guardians can buy this. Now, Guardians with Glad Shield is good, but certain characters use it way better than others. Like, Artio is going to be the best use of it because she's basically King Arthur, but a Guardian. Not entirely, but you get my point. She overall gets a lot of good use out of it, but I still think Berserker Shield is just better with how much mitigation you get. You get 10% damage mitigation. Crossbone Hammer isn't bad, but it isn't amazing either. I'll have to see this because honestly, I was more interested in experimenting with this stuff over here as opposed to that. But to see a little bit more with this. But anyway, Runeforged Tamer. This item's OP as fuck. I knew it was going to be. It is a symbol on the ground. That is a big area that does... You do 10% more damage. Enemies take 10% more damage. It's fucking nuts, and you should be buying it. Divine Ruin. Divine Ruin. The change on the passive is good, and honestly, pretty powerful. I thought it was going to be way weaker than it is. This item, it doesn't feel like something you have to put in anymore. It's a good item, and it has something to make up for its, I guess, stats. And when its stats are still very good. May just kind of overtalked how, oh, I have to buy Divine Ruin. Whatever. Beat Stick. It's as good as I thought it was. Anyway, Toxic Blade. I haven't seen any of it yet. I don't really play characters that use it. I haven't seen any of it yet. Pestilence is as good as I thought it was. Contagion's better than I thought it was. 40 magical damage per second with enemies. It stocks up. It stocks up. And it's not terrible. It's just extra damage. Overall, it's better than I thought it was. Wingblade, I did underrate this a bit. This item can be ridiculous. It can be. Comp dependent. It can be. Spectral Armor, I think I overrated a bit. Because the ADCs realized crit is ass. But when crit becomes in the meta, Spectral's going to be OP. It's going to happen. Respirative Regrowth is a little bit better than I thought it was. Certain characters make very good use out of it. And honestly, if your character makes use out of it, you should get it. The new Lotus Crown, or the Lotus Sickle, is better than the old one, because it has CDR on it. That's really it. CDR and movement speed. It's good. A lot of the stuff I got right. Okay, here, Dawnbringer. Dawnbringer. I got this wrong. For some reason, my dumbass thought you had to hit people with your ultimate for this to take effect. No, you just had to be near them. So, every soul laner is going to love this fucking item. Granted, if it fits in the build. It seems like a thing that, if you want to buy Runeforged, you're not going to be able to get Dawnbringer. But, what to see. Dawnbringer can be ridiculous. Any warrior can make use of it. Any warrior that isn't a stance... Well, not a stance switcher, excuse me. Any warrior that isn't, like, I have to run in and my ultimate doesn't go down until a certain point. Or somebody you might think Set would be very good with this. But when you're fighting with Set, you're in your ultimate form. His ult does not go on cooldown until you get out of the form. So. Absolution. This item's stronger than I thought it was. But it's also a bit weird. There are certain CCs that you have to time very, very well, like Alquang Execute. You have to ult at a very specific time to get the cleanse. But overall, it's not a bad support item, I don't think. Abyssal Stone is as broken as I thought it was. It's fucking stupid. Buy this item. Archdruid's Fury. I got this wrong. It was apparently too good, so they nerfed it. It's all the way at the bottom, they nerfed it. The item now is bugged on PTS, I believe, and it's doing too much damage. So don't buy it and be a scumbag. And inform anybody who does buy it that it's bugged. This item's okay. Prophetic Cloak was nerfed. It was very good. Thing is, you gotta watch a little bit when you're stacking it because it becomes harder to stack. If you're like just spamming your abilities. But if you're a support walking around the jungle, you can just be like, hey, and just hit them with an ability, even if it's like Cabrakan Tremors for like 1 second, or Bacchus Belch and you just cancel it and walk away. That's it. This item's bad. Don't buy it. I thought it was better than it was. It is bad. I heavily underrated upgraded Bluestone Brooch. This is fucking ridiculous. At first, I thought the item was going to be, okay, it's not that bad, right? No, it is OP as fuck. Buy it. Don't buy Redstone. Buy this. It is very good. Almost too good. Warding Sigil is still Warding Sigil, and isn't as good. However, I will say that Warding Sigil has become much more effective and much more consistent. You can get quite a lot done with it. The damage mitigation is ridiculous. Damage mitigation is something that I think the developers of the game have heavily underrated. The balance team heavily underrates. Because it is just straight up that good. In Smite, too much damage mitigation causes problems. The most recent of which I would say was probably the, as Brutal McLeany time called it, the Invincible Raven. The one where you barely take any damage because you have so much mitigation. Anyway, Thundering Axe is fucking stupid. It does quite a lot. Axe of Animosity is okay. Thundering Axe is probably your better, unless you have like a lot of health and are autoing very, very often. Thundering Axe is probably just better. And even then, you're probably just better. Heroism is fucking stupid. This item is broken. This item is broken. Having Hero's Axe on a support when they have enough health, 15% of your maximum health, 55 units away. Absurd. Absurd. This item is broken. I haven't seen enough of Warflag to make a decisive call on this, but it's not a complete active detriment anymore to purchase. If that helps. Aussie was nerfed. It was too strong. I talked about it. I believe I said it was very, very strong. Atlantis Bow literally doesn't fucking matter. Bloodforge, change is good. Pressure, stronger than I thought it was going to be quite honest with you. It is definitely stronger than I thought it was going to be. Granted, a lot of the time, I will say items like these, I underrate them, so it is my own fault, but it's still very good. It's an extra, the flat pen going to percent pen is such a, like, niche. It's something you wouldn't expect to be such a big impact at first, but I should have known that it was such a big impact. Dominance, on the other hand, you fucking notice. It is a bit ridiculous. Dominance is very strong. Devil's Gloves is still okay. But Magical Hunters seem to be taking over as of right now. That ring before that I called is fucking broken. Emperor's Armor. Very good. You should buy it on support. Seriously, it is very good. The stats you get, even on solo laners, the stats you get are ridiculous, and the 40, it's cost 250 more, but you have 40% attack speed reduction on structures. It's ridiculous. This stuff really isn't. The Oni's Hunter Garb change is actually very good. I underrated it a bit, but it is very, very good. Magus being percent pen now is better for it. I said that before, but that's what it is. These nerfs here, I pretty much was spot on with all of them. These nerfs and buffs, I should say. This buff is actually Closet very good, because Bacchus can now use Breastplate of Regrowth. And it works on him. Very good. It's very good on him. Definitely. This Fenrir buff, like I said, is fucking ridiculous. This character is nuts. You can play him, you can run a Golden Blade on him, max Seething Howl like you always wanted to. Everybody always wanted to do that, but they're like, oh, maybe I should max Motorize, max Jump. Max Seething Howl. This ability is ridiculous. I haven't seen any hell yet, but I still think this change is a bit ridiculous. Hercules buff. He's better than he was before. I wouldn't call him insane, but he's better than he was before. King Arthur buff. He feels oppressive again. That's really it. He's still got the same problems he always has had. Or not he always has had. He's had for the past half of the season, I should say. This Kumbhakarna change. I underrated this. Kumbha's pressure in lane, with Groggy Strike being a cripple, is a bit ridiculous. Kumbha can do what Kumbha wants to do and actually keep people in place for longer. Character feels very good right now. I wouldn't call him like peak support, but he's very good right now. This Oleron change, hurts. You feel it as a tank. You fucking feel it. Let me tell you. You feel it. Okay. I have a verdict on this Vamana change. Overall, I think it's good. Right? I said that before. Colossal Fury, I believe, is now better, because the physical lifesteal that Vamana gets, you can't, like, instantly die because you get onked. Vamana feels like an oppressive character that can be used now, which is exactly what I was looking for. I wouldn't call him top tier, but he's good. He makes good use of Bluestone, and he also makes good use of that hammer, even though his ultimate's gone. No? Anyway. Head down to the nerfs right here. Surtur was nerfed with his healing. This decreased damage because it was doing too much. This decreased CDR. This decreased CDR and decreased mitigation gain from protection threshold to 10% per stack to 7.5% per stack. And Aussie was nerfed. Overall, I did want to go back onto this because I got some things wrong, and I wanted to rectify that. And once again, like I said before, giveaway happening on Tuesday, 2 p.m. My stream's starting. I'm going to be playing the new Smite season, and I'll be doing a giveaway of an Ultimate God Pack. I have the card literally right here. I can't make like a noise with it to do it, but it's literally claim your Ultimate God Pack. I have Smurfs that could use it, but I'd rather give it away. So, be there. All you got to do is follow the stream. All right, guys. Peace. Thanks for watching.